6. And that's plenty to take out the last goblin poisoner. Yuck. Let's roll for treasure, baby. Here we go. What do we got? 4. That's pretty decent. That's 2d6 times 5 value of a gem. And since I have a dwarf in the party, even though technically this is only the case when you sell it, I just tend to write the value down now so I don't forget. I guess technically if the dwarf died, then he wouldn't be present when they take it back to town and sell it. But in my head canon, the dwarf, upon looking at that gem, says, listen, don't you guys take a penny less than blank when you sell this. So even if he dies, they know what it's really worth. Yeah, that works for me. 2d6. 2d6 is 6 times 5. That's what, 30, I want to say? So it's a gem worth 30. Not great. Could have been a lot better. But could have been a lot worse, all things considered. All right, we've got about a little over 10 minutes left in the stream for today. Where were we at when we were... Oh yeah, we were up here. We were way up here when we ran into the goblin poisoners. Yuck. Alright, is my marching order the way I want it to be? It is. Let's go ahead and march on into the next room. It's going to be a 54. Pretty straight, actually pretty similar to a room I've already gotten. Yeah, I think that's a good opportunity to just put it the way they have it in here, so it can start veering left. We're really hugging the left side of the map here. About time to branch out. So let's see here. Oh, and it's almost perfectly shaped already. So we're going up 3, and then over 2, then down 1, and then this is going to go out that way. Yep. Pretty perfect. Not my drawing, but... Alright, so let's roll for the contents of the room at this point. It's going to be a 4 on the room table. Oh, it's another special event. So we roll a d6 and look at the table on page 33. Oh, we got a 5. I think we have to re-roll that, because wasn't that the healer that we got last time? Pretty sure. Yeah, so we got to re-roll that result. We got a 3. A lady in white appears. There's a woman in white, a mysterious woman in white in the first part of my Spirit Blade trilogy. SpiritBlade.com for more information on that. A lady in white appears and asks the party to complete a quest. I don't think I've actually gotten this result before. I knew about this one, but I don't think I've rolled it yet. If you accept, roll on the quest table. If you refuse, she disappears. Ignore any further appearances of the lady in white in the game. Okay. If you accept... Okay, well, I guess I can accept, but I don't have to, like, complete the quest before leaving the dungeon. So I don't know why. I don't know what there would be. Why I would ever refuse, because I could always just accept and then not actually follow through. So I'm totally going to do that. Where is this quest table? Where is the quest table? Oh, there it is. Page 39. I should mark that in here. They don't tell you. Quest table. Page 39. Yeah, there's this quest table with 6 different quests, and it's pretty rare, in my experience so far, to run into one of these. And I kind of would like to be able to run into them more frequently. So I might try to figure out a way to bring them into the game more often. I don't know exactly how I'll do that. There are also these cool things you can add in, I think it's the Wayfarers and Adventurers expansion, that add like particular goals for each of your characters. Like maybe your character has a vendetta against orcs, and so you're just out to get orcs, and once you kill 100 of them, you get a permanent +1 bonus versus orcs. There's other stuff that you can add to this game to just add like these secondary goals or secondary quests or, you know, side missions or whatever. Okay, so we're going to roll on this quest table, though. We get a 5. Let Peace Be Your Way is the name of this quest. I don't like the sound of this at all. To complete the quest, the party must complete at least 3 encounters in the adventure in a non-violent way. This includes reactions such as bribing, getting help from monsters, performing another quest, not this one, or defeating a monster with the sleep spell and then tying him up with a rope. Alright, so I gotta make a note of that. This is gonna frustrate Eldrast a little bit, but not terribly, because at least he can complete some of it through spell casting. He can, you know, do spells. So, let peace be your way. Here's the name of the quest. Details on page 39. And then I better put it on the map here, so I know where to come back to after completing this quest. Let's see. Lady W. Peace. Page 39 is the quest. Okay. Very interesting. Alright, dare we enter one more room before we finish up for today? I think we dare. Let's see what's in there. 55 is the shape of the room. Okay, this'll work, I think. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then curves up. Down this way. And door is right here. So good, now I can kind of start coming back in and filling up more of the map there. Let's check out the contents. An 11 on the corridor table. Oh my gosh! I don't think I can handle it. No, maybe I can. I gotta roll a d6 on the boss table. So first, let's check and see if this might be the final boss. Maybe I won't even be rolling on the table. I've encountered one boss already. I didn't defeat him, but I think he still counts as having encountered him. Okay, no, I rolled a 2, plus 1 is 3, so instead I am going to in fact roll a d6 on the boss table. It's a 3, so let me get out my stack of boss cards and see what we're fighting here. 1, 2, 3. We're fighting the Ogre Smasher. Alright. Now we're in a corridor. So let me move my guys over to this corridor tile. Bring the camera over here too, if I can. Work with me, camera, not against me. Can move those guys forward just a little bit more. All right. That's what we're up against, Ogre Smasher. So let me make a note of him as the second boss that I'm fighting. The Ogre Smasher. And his level is going to be 8. His life is also going to be 8, his life points. It's pretty intimidating. Ooh, he's got some kind of special attack and just a treasure roll of 1, which isn't super exciting. Let's see what's going on here. He performs 4 attacks on his first turn. No! He loses 1 attack for every attack that misses during a turn. Oh, that's interesting. Down to a minimum of 1. Each of his attacks inflicts 2 damage. Do not like that. Reactions. On 1 to 2, he's drunk and therefore peaceful. On a 3, I can bribe him 1 bottle of any spirit. Well, I don't have anything like that. 4 to 6, fight. I think we just got to fight. You know, a 2 in 6 chance is not enough for me to gamble letting him have the first move. And my guys are in pretty good shape. Is everybody... Oops. All but one of them are at max health. So, I am resolved to attack the Ogre Smasher before he can do his evil things to me. But that's going to have to wait until tomorrow. Okay. Well, for those watching live, welcome to the final day of Solo Tabletop Dungeon Fest 2022, as I call it. We are right back in to 4 Against Darkness, about to take on the Ogre Smasher boss. And I added, let me make sure my camera's functioning as it should here. I added some tokens right here just to keep track. He's got these 4 attacks on his first turn that he will hopefully be progressively losing as he misses my party members. But I did decide, this isn't a surprise attack. I did decide to just go ahead and start the attack instead of waiting for any reactions that he might have. So we will start with the dwarf. This guy is not a goblin, so... Oh, wait a minute. Is he a... Oh, ogre! Oh, no, that's defense. Okay, so I gotta remember, dwarf gets +1 defense versus trolls, ogres, giants, and that's it. But when it comes time to defend, he gets an extra 1. But no, we're just attacking right now. All right, come on, patience. Let's see. Does he have a +5 or +6? I think he's got a +5, right? 4, and then 1 more for 5. Yeah, so 5, 6, 7, 8. And his level is 8. Okay, so when you're attacking, you need to get the level or higher. It's when you're defending that you have to get higher than whatever the level is that's attacking you. So ties go to the attacker in this game. So yeah, he does manage to get a hit on him. That's just going to do 1 point of damage. I almost took one of the attacks away, but actually I've got his health over here. Okay. Nice start. Nice start. Would have been better if it was exploding, but now Griffith, the cleric, not anticipating getting much from him, if anything. Yeah, nope, that didn't work out at all. And then the rogue, oh, we do outnumber. We do outnumber, so we've got that going for us. He gets to add his level to the attack. So 4, 5, 6, 7, and then -1 takes it down to 6, so that's still not going to be enough, unfortunately. And then finally, Elderast. Let's see, a sleep spell, if it's effective, can take out a boss in one go, as long as they're not immune to it. I also have a lightning bolt spell, but man, did I forget to recharge my sleep spells on the way in here? Did I really use a bunch of sleep spells? I think I did recharge my sleep spells like I was supposed to. Let's see, on the way back in, we skipped the... Oh, we ran into those goblin poisoners, right? I think that was it. We ran into the goblin poisoners, and that really kind of... I blew a bunch of my sleep spells on them, I think. Okay, so... Yeah, I guess I will try a sleep spell, though. So I get to add my level to this roll. Come on now. 5... 6, 7, 8. Oh my gosh, that's exactly what I needed. Let me make sure that that is how this spell works. Spells are detailed on page 49. This spell works like an attack roll. It does not affect undead, dragons, and certain other monsters. He is not immune to sleep. The wizard adds his level to the roll. Sleep will defeat 1 boss or D6 plus L minions. And this is a boss, so wow. That's how I want sleep to work, baby. That does knock out my last sleep spell apart from the sleep scroll and 2 charges left on my sleep wand. But well worth it to get rid of this boss. I do get to roll once on the treasure table. And I got a 3, which is going to be a random spell scroll. So let's look at page, let's see, 47 in the expansion one, because I do want to see if I can get some expansion spells. Yeah, so that's a D12 roll. Let's see what we got. 8. Illusionary Bridge, another one that's new with this expansion. Let's read the description. This spell allows the caster and the party to cross any impassable obstacle, like a ravine or a lava flow or a river. The bridge disappears when the caster leaves the area. If the party is being chased, the caster may cause the bridge to disappear under the pursuer's feet, automatically destroying the pursuers. The pursuers are assumed to fall into the river, and it will not be possible to recover their loot unless the party has some aquatic character. This is interesting, because both this spell and the other spell from this expansion are describing very specific types of scenarios that I'm like, boy, in the base game, I haven't run into these yet. I wonder if these become more common as you get to higher levels, or what. So I'm curious, not really feeling their utility yet, but I will gladly write down an illusionary bridge scroll. Let's see here. Where can I fit that? I guess I could cross off another one of, yeah. Another one of these spells that I know, but I don't currently have memorized. Illusionary bridge scroll. And we got 1. Alright. So cool. Not super exciting because I don't think I understand really its potential at this point. But it is nice to have beaten the Ogre. And now, coming back to our map, we're at the top here where we left off. And this was what we just added to the, this was what we just added to the map. So really to venture into new territory without a bunch of backtracking, I need to go down here. So let's go ahead and check the contents, or the shape first, of the new area we're moving into. 62. Okay, so it's just like a simple crossroads here. So all kinds of different directions that could go. But let's see what's actually in this space. That's an 8 in a corridor. Which is empty, but I can search. And so I definitely will. Let's see. A 6. Oh, nice. Okay. So, let me go to page 56 in the core rulebook, because now I get to choose between a clue, a secret, I think a secret door is what that little note of mine refers to, or a hidden treasure. Basically, with a secret door, you open up a door that wasn't noticed to be there in this corridor, which is a little bit weird. I mean, I guess I could squeeze it onto the side of one of these little walls here. But you then add a room that, wouldn't have been added there otherwise, and if you find any... Oh, and you can kind of like see what the contents of the room are before moving into it. And if you find the treasure in the room that the secret door leads to, its gold piece value is doubled. Yeah, and if there's any monsters in there, you can choose to take them by surprise. So secret doors can be kind of cool. I think there's also, let's see here. Oh, when you find a secret door, roll a die. On a 6, congratulations, you found a safe shortcut out of the dungeon. You can exit the dungeon by reaching this room at any time. So I'm pretty deep in. That does actually have some appeal. But let me check out the other options. That's basically secret door. Hidden treasure. Basically, you find a loose brick or floorboard that's hiding 3d6 times 3d6 gold pieces. So that really could be a lot. However, there's no such thing as a free lunch, they say. Before determining the amount of gold, roll on the hidden treasure complication table below. On a 1 to 2, an alarm goes off and you have wandering monster attack. On a 3 through 5, the gold's protected by a trap, and so a trap can potentially go off. On a 6, there's a ghost protecting the gold, and the cleric can try to ban the ghost. Otherwise, all characters lose 1 life and the ghost disappears. Now, let's see here. So that's hidden treasure. And then clue, which is probably what I'm going to... Oh, yes, totally. Because my wizard already has 2 clues. So a clue is a clue for something big, the rules say. Write clue on the character sheet, or on this custom sheet it has like a spot you can fill in. When the character has 3 clues, again I've already obtained 2, your character has discovered a major secret. The character immediately makes 1 XP roll, which Elderast would of course enjoy right now, gaining a level if he succeeds, and chooses one of the following game effects to represent the secret that he discovered. And there's a bunch here. You can discover the weakness of a monster, which means you'll get a +2 to attack that monster, like all party members. For the whole duration of that combat, will get +2 to their attacks against that monster. So, I mean, I could just say, I've discovered the Mad Alchemist's weakness, and then when we do run into him, all of our attacks will be at +2. Deal with a monster. So you can make a deal with some kind of a monster that shows up. He'll let your party pass, let's see. Well, when you encounter a monster, you can just declare that you have made a deal with this monster. Thematically, I'm not sure how a clue kind of lends itself to that idea, like a discovery. Maybe you discovered something that would help you interact with a monster. So you can pass peacefully through, any monster that you run into, just one, for the rest of this dungeon. Location of a secret treasure. When you enter any empty room, you recognize it as the location of a hidden treasure that can be revealed by speaking the correct password. And so then basically it's 3d6 times 10 gold pieces. So that's pretty cool. Location of a magic item. I think this is what I've chosen 1 or maybe 2 times before. When you enter any room in a dungeon, you will recognize it as the location of a hidden magic item that can be revealed by speaking the correct password. You may immediately gain 1 magic item from the random magic items table. And that's how I got that +1 sword that my dwarf is fighting with. You can learn the true name of a spiritual entity. Basically, this means that during a game you can call on an angel to heal a single character to full health or rescue him out of a trapdoor, or you can call a demon to inflict 4 life points of damage to a single creature, or automatically kill up to 6 minions. Once you use it, though, it's gone forever. You can also choose to learn a new spell. You can learn... Oh, I've already done this one. But you can learn the secret to increase magical or spiritual power. This can be taken by a cleric, wizard, or elf, and only once per character in the campaign. Not just the dungeon, but the campaign. So I've already done this for the wizard. You increase by 1 the number of times that you can use a single specific spell or the healing ability during an adventure, and I chose Fireball when I obtained this. Location of a scroll. You can find the location of a spell scroll of your choice, so that's nice. A recipe for a potion. This is kind of cool. You have to kill at least 2 boss monsters and spend 50 gold pieces for the material components of the potion. After you've accomplished this, you may purchase a potion of healing before every adventure at the cost of 50 gold pieces. So if I kill 2 boss monsters to get the components, which in a typical dungeon run, you're likely to kill at least 2 bosses. And then you can buy... it just says a potion of healing before every adventure at the cost of 50. So that's not actually huge. Unless for like every 2 boss monsters you kill, you get the components required. But I'm already planning with my guild building to get a 10% discount eventually on healing potions. So long term, this isn't super great. Terrifying secret. Whenever a monster or group of minions must make a morale roll in your presence, you may utter the unspeakable secret, and the monsters will automatically fail their morale roll. So maybe some weird Lovecraftian phrase that you learn. This has no effect on monsters that do not test morale or the final boss. Still more. Next one's called Someone Will Pay Big Money for That. You know a nobleman who lost an heirloom or a jewel. If you find a jewel, gem, or any item of jewelry with a gold piece value and you manage to carry it out of the dungeon, you can sell it for 3 times its stated value. So that's the third one I think I've run into that's basically more money. Your enemy is in the dungeon. This is interesting. A Chaos Lord has done something terrible to your character, and you know he's been plotting and scheming to hurt you. When you meet a boss monster, you may change it with a Chaos Lord and fight against him with a +1 to your attack rolls. The bonus lasts for the duration of the combat. Sounds like that would be just for this one character, though. Someone has been imprisoned. This is cool. An important character, prince, noble, rich merchant, etc., is a prisoner in the dungeon. You may meet him in any room guarded by minions or by a boss monster. If you manage to free him and bring him out of the dungeon alive, you will receive a random magic item and a random treasure, or a doubling of your current gold pieces, whatever is best for you. The prisoner is chained to a wall. An adventurer can break the chain during combat by winning an attack roll against level 4. Rogues and barbarians add their level when attempting to set the character free. An adventurer rolling to free the prisoner may not attack the monsters that turn. I don't know where they are. I think there might be some rules somewhere in here about how to determine the stats for like a character like this that you find and rescue and try to bring along with you and stuff. But they don't list those stats here. I'm not really interested in doing that right now in any case. 2 more. You descend from a bloodline of dragon slayers. This is kind of cool. Only a barbarian or a dwarf may take this. I've got a dwarf. Actually, he's not the one with the clues, though. Oh, but you know what? I remember in the rules that, like, you can, like, a character can tell their clues to other party members. So really, you can just assign this to any party member, I suppose. Only a barbarian or dwarf may take this. From now on, when that character fights a dragon, you add +1 to your defense and to your attack rolls. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Secret diet. You learn a secret diet to increase your stamina. You may not share it with your friends. As long as you spend 100 gold in food prior to each adventure, you will have 1 extra life point until the end of the adventure. The diet is not magical and can be used by barbarians. Halflings need to spend only 50 gold because they have access to excellent food already. I don't know. I mean, 100 gold... Well, you can't stockpile healing potions. I mean, there's no point, because your heroes... Each hero can only use a healing potion once, but that's certainly diminishing returns compared to a healing potion, which also costs 100 and refills all of your health. So... I think that I do want to go with... Let's see... I want to give a character an XP roll, and maybe I'll do this Dragon Slayer thing, and give that to my dwarf. I mean, a location of a scroll might be nice. If I can choose the spell, let me look at these expansion spells here. I'll just look at the names real quick. I'm not going to read the details. Illusion, illusionary bridge, distant communication, wall of ice. The caster creates a wall of ice tall enough to block all enemies on the opposite side. The party can use the wall of ice to safely withdraw from combat and avoid all pursuit. So that's kind of an escape spell, not really an offensive spell. Surge of strength. Looks like I can... it just says that I can use a two-handed weapon with one hand. It doesn't look like extra attack damage. That's what I was assuming and kind of hoping for, is that Surge of Strength would give him extra attack damage. It doesn't really seem to be doing that. So yeah, the new expansion spells, I'm not super thrilled with those. Location of a magic item. That's freaking tempting. Where's the magic items table? Let's see. Magic treasure. That's page 34. So it could be a wand of sleep, a ring of teleportation, fool's gold, a magic weapon, potion of healing, or a fireball staff. Or I could just choose to take a magic treasure from the expansion book that I bought, which has tons of crazy treasure in it. I think I'm going to take my XP roll and then give the plus give the Dragon Slayer bonus to the dwarf. So I'm not sure if I can do this or not, but I'm going to choose to do it anyway. My wizard gets the XP roll, so let's find out if he gets beyond level 3. Yes, he does! He graduates to level 4! So let's see here. You're not really going to be able to see me doing my bookkeeping very well. Not that it's all that riveting, but Eldrass now moves to level 4. His life goes up by 1 point. So that's up to 6 now. Nice. And I think that's all that happens. But that 4 is very relevant to his spell rolls because he adds his level to most of his spell rolls. So that was pretty cool. And then what are we gonna? Let's see. I have to mark somewhere on my dwarf. He's got this +1 sword. He's like not a lot of room to put in more abilities. He's got all these different bonuses and stuff. I guess I'll just put it here. +1 attack. I need to specify versus dragons. Boy, he is a tough little guy. I kind of like dwarves. If I were to recreate a fantasy world, I think I would make my dwarves proportioned the same way, but as tall as other races. And so they would be like... They wouldn't be... I think so often dwarves are used as kind of comical comedy devices. And I don't like that. I want them to be thought of as like freaking cannonballs. So maybe I would keep them the same size. Maybe that would just bother people too much to make them, taller. But I like their proportions because they have this kind of spherical presence, and I like the idea that they're just dense and just like freaking cannonballs. Anyway, but yeah, my dwarf is pretty cool right now. So let me make a note that what did I find there? I found hidden treasure. That's right. Wait, was it hidden treasure? How did I get that? I rolled this new room. I rolled and got... Oh, it's because I searched. That's right. It's because I searched. So let me make a note of that then. That I searched. Okay. Good. Now we can move on. I think this is going to dead end pretty quick, so I'll break my rule of following the left wall, and I'll just go here just once and see what's there. Alright, so it's 55. Whatever it is, I'm probably not going to have room for it. Yeah, this is what I got to fit in there somehow. So, geez Louise. I could put it as listed but then a door would appear right there and it would be another little dead end. Do I just want to dead end this right now? Maybe I'll just dead end this right now. I'll rotate it in a way that'll make it dead end. Because it's not going to go much of anywhere anyway. So, there. I think that's a little bit one space shorter than it should be, but yeah, there we are. We're in a corridor. Let's roll for contents now. Ooh, 12. That is probably going to be a boss. Oh, it would be if it was a room, but it's a corridor. It's empty, and I can search, so I'm gonna. 4. On a 4, it's just empty. Okay, so we searched there. Nothing super exciting going on. So now I do need to backtrack one space. So I am going to, over here I won't show it, but I am going to note that my party order is changed, and I'll go here. And remember now, I think I was forgetting this maybe last time as I was playing, but since I've re-entered the dungeon, my house rule is that hidden monsters trigger on a 1 or 2, and I actually wrote that at the top so I wouldn't forget. Okay, no hidden monsters, so now I can put my party back in the order I'm used to them being, with the weaker guys in the back, and we'll continue going this way, dragging our left hand against the wall. 62. Gosh, is that what I just rolled before? Because it's another one of these just simple crossway pattern rooms. So it's going to look like that. Nothing super exciting, but that's where we are. A corridor. Let's roll for contents. It's going to be a 7. Which means we're going to roll on the minions table. I'm going to go ahead, though, and incorporate, since I haven't at this point, but I normally do when I'm playing alone. There's a user that put together... sorry, I can't credit their name. It's not on the document that I have with me right now. But room details, and this is a file that's on Board Game Geek. And I specifically use this. I put it on my table to just every now and then use it. It doesn't necessarily trigger every time, but it's just a table that I can roll when I run into. I think basically anytime I run into minions or vermin is when I choose to trigger this, because it can sometimes change things about the room, put things in the room that might change combat and just make things a little bit more interesting. And I'm rolling on the minions table, so I will first check to see if I'm going to be doing... well, yeah, I am going to be using room details. So let's see. D6 minions. So I won't trigger actually anything unusual about this space, because on the table that I have here, the number 2 result, which I rolled on a D4, is for rooms only. Let's see. I think I will just this once. Roll on the roll to see if we get twisted minions. Well, I'll keep rolling until I run into it. I don't want to keep running into these all the time, because it can complicate things. Okay, so I didn't roll to trigger any twisted minions traits, but I did get the expansion Twisted Minions, which again doesn't give you new monsters, but can add these elements that alter the existing monsters and say the minions in this room have this weird thing going on with them, that kind of deal. So, okay, so no, we just got a standard room of minions, and did I roll for that? Let me roll again. All right, 2. So in this room, we'll be facing 1, 2 orc pikemen.